Why is his nose not centered? Still not as ugly as Brad Marchand, though. Welcome to Canucks Last Week, where I try to cover everything Canucks hockey in a shorter amount of time than it took for Brock Boeser to score 20 goals. Ask me how the past couple weeks have been for the Canucks. My uncle gave me Canucks whiskey glasses for Christmas. That's how the season's been so far. But Brock Boeser makes everything better. He is the fastest Canuck rookie to score 20 goals in a season, and against St. Louis, he could have had 3. That one play where he stopped at the top of the faceoff circle and let it rip Beyblade style was ridiculous, and it further reinforces the fact that you have to be a certain kind of crazy to want to be a goaltender in the NHL when you're facing shots like those. If you only read one Canucks article this week, I highly suggest that it's the latest Provies by Jason Botchford, link will be down in the description, talking about Thomas Vanek's impact on Brock Boeser. Really, really interesting stuff. Also, another crazy thing about Brock's 20 goals so far is the ways in which he scores them. I can't really think of too many greasers, and sure, some of them have been tap-ins, but it still takes a lot of skill and hockey IQ to get to the right areas to score the easy goals. Next, let's talk a bit about Jake Virtanen, who just recently graduated from his learner's license and is now on to his end. Virtanen collected a goal and an assist in the San Jose game from driving to the net, and it was glorious! On his first drive, instead of stopping up and taking a shot, he pushed defenders back, which created defensive errors, and he made a great back pass to Erik Branson. He's starting to learn just how fast he is for the NHL and how we can use that as a tool, and it's very, very exciting. On his goal, he started behind the net, building up speed, and received a pass from Del Zotto, and as he brought it over the blue line, he made a great inside-outside move to get around the defender, and sure, the goal was a little fluky. I don't really know how it squeezed past the goaltender's legs there, but we're starting to see what value Jake Virtanen is actually going to bring to this team. Imagine a couple of those rushes per game while laying big body checks on the forecheck, and he's also a very, very solid player in his own end. This still isn't even Jake's final form. He doesn't have his Class 5 yet. Big ups to Travis Green, who looks like he's been able to bring Virtanen along, and a lot of people are saying that he should have been giving Virtanen these minutes earlier in the season, but I don't really agree with that. Virtanen showed flashes in October and November and was gradually given more ice time, and I think that allowed him to find a more consistent game. Imagine thinking you're finally playing a good game, but you're still only getting maybe 2 shifts in the third. Some people might get disheartened by that, but not Jake Virtanen. Jake has said on record that he likes tough love, and he has gotten it from Travis Green. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but Jake is learning how to be more consistent, and I think a large part of that has to do with not being handed ice time at the first sign of improvement. He had to go above and beyond to earn his ice time, and I think now he is finally seeing just how good he can be. Erik Branson is back, and Elliot Friedman believes that the Canucks are looking to trade him sooner rather than later, which is huge, especially considering the fact that the Canucks blue line is now healthy, suddenly leaving no room for Ben Hutton to play. It'll be interesting to see if it does happen and what the return is. It definitely won't be the premium he paid, but with Brock Boeser and Elias Pettersson playing so well, will Canucks fans care? At this point, it's a sunk cost, and anything in return is better than letting him walk in free agency or paying him what he'll be demanding in free agency. The Canucks are now 1-7-1 in their last 9 games played, and while the injuries are awful, it might be a blessing in disguise, especially if we can guarantee a top 5 pick. I've tried to remain as neutral as possible in my videos about tanking, but I think most of you know that I'm for the tank. And I think in this video, I'm going to fully declare my support for the tank. To the people that are hoping to be like Philadelphia and lucking into a top 3 pick, I respectfully disagree with that line of thinking. Finishing at the bottom last year got us Elias Pettersson, and the year before, Olli Juolevi. Yeah, it sucks to drop 2 or 3 spots in the lottery, but guaranteeing a top 5 pick is a lot better than hoping for a 5% chance of winning a top 3 lottery pick, and then when that doesn't happen, you're picking in the teens. The Canucks are very close to becoming a contending team again. The prospect cupboard is as strong as ever, and Brock Boeser is just the beginning. However, there is still a ways to go. Not every pick is going to pan out, and we still need help on defense. Getting a top 5 pick would be huge for this rebuild, and yeah, the injuries are unfortunate. I was honestly really enjoying the way the Canucks were playing when healthy, but like I said before, it could end up being a blessing in disguise. I hope you guys are enjoying watching the World Junior Championships, and I also hope you're keeping an eye out for guys like Rasmus Dahlin, Filip Zadina, Quinn Hughes, Brady Tkachuk, Andrei Svechnikov. Any one of those 5 would be a huge add to the future success of the Vancouver Canucks. Also, you can watch Canucks prospects Elias Pettersson, Jonah Gadjevich, Olli Juolevi, and Will Lockwood tear it up for the respective teams. As I'm making this video, Jonah Gadjevich has had a great game against Slovakia, scoring 2 goals and was just named the player of the game. Going into the tournament, I hadn't seen much of Jonah Gadjevich, but so far he's really impressed me with his smarts in both ends of the ice. he's looking like a really solid pick. So that's going to do it for me for this week. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like. It really helps me out knowing if I'm doing stuff right or wrong. If you missed my last video where I talked about Quinn Hughes, who you can watch on the World Junior Championships, who might be a potential top 5 pick in this year's draft, hint, he's a guy that I really like and a guy that I really hope if he's there when the Canucks are picking that they take him. So if you want to check out that video, link will be somewhere on the screen and down in the description. Also consider subscribing if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next week.